Morning, children. Welcome back. So, here we are with our fresh new module, that is determination of density of a regular solid. So, before we start this, children, first I would like to recall the things which we have done in the last class, which was what is density? Density is mass per unit volume. So, how do we calculate it? We express it with D and we write it D is equal to m by V, where m for mass of the substance and V for volume of the substance. Now, next thing is that what are the vessels for measuring volume? So, whatever the liquids we use, so what are the vessels which we use for measuring the volume? So, we must have seen that measuring cylinder, then measuring beaker, eureka can, and all these vessels have different capacity. Some of them are 50 ml, 100 ml, 200 ml, 250 ml, 500 ml, 1 liter, etc. So, these are the vessels through which we measure the volume of liquid. But what about when we need to calculate the density of a regular solid? If it is solid, then how do we calculate density? Then we use water displacement method, which we are going to discuss today, and other things also, that relative density and all. So after this density we know SI unit is kg per meter cube. In CGS, it is gram per centimeter cube. Now, let's start with relative density. Children, relative density it is the ratio of density of the particular substance with the density of water. So, if we need to calculate the relative density of a particular substance, then first we need to take out the density of the substance and then the density of water. So, this is the ratio, and the relative density doesn't have any unit, because here it is a ratio of two densities, the standard density of water in SI system and then the density of a particular substance. So, here you can see that suppose we need to calculate the relative density of iron, where the substance is iron. So, here the density of iron is 8500 kg per meter cube. Then it should be divided with the density of water, that is 1000 kg per meter cube. So, kg per meter cube is cancelled because both the units are same, and after solving we get 8.5. So, relative density is just a number. It is not expressed in any unit. It is always expressed in number. No unit is applied here. So, this is the keyword, children. So, whenever it is asked that what is the difference, main difference between the density and relative density. So, density is mass per unit volume. Relative density is the ratio between the density of the substance through the density of water. Then the second difference is density has unit, relative density does not expressed in any units. Okay. Now, density of a substance, how do we calculate? That relative density of the substance into density of water. Through this we can calculate, suppose this density of the substance will be this cross multiplied density, relative density of the substance multiplied with density of water. Now, next thing is that there is one very important thing which we need to discuss today, that is called density bottle. Earlier it was also known as specific gravity bottle. Okay. So this density bottle, usually it happens to be of 25 ml or 50 ml. So that density bottle, first we take the in a spring balance, we take the mass of that density bottle. Okay. And if we need to take out the relative density of any particular liquid, then how do we take out? So let's discuss that. First we will take the mass of the density bottle, that blank vacant density bottle, which will be M1. Then we will fill that density bottle with water, and then we will take out we will again weigh it, and that mass will be M2. And if we need to calculate, suppose any liquid density, suppose it is mercury, then again we will fill it, this specific gravity bottle or density bottle, with the required liquid, that is mercury, and that mass will be weighed and that will be written as M3. So now the relative density will be M3 minus M1. M3 minus M1 means that weigh mass of the density bottle plus mercury minus mass of the density bottle. That will be the mass of our mercury divided by M2 minus M1. M2 for mass of the density bottle plus water minus mass of the density bottle. That will give you the relative density. So that is M3 minus M1 divided by M2 minus M1. That is the main formula for calculating relative density. Let's discuss determination of density of solid. So suppose these are the solids. This is a measuring jar which I was discussing, that measuring vessels for a volume of liquid. So suppose these are the solids which need to be taken the mass through spring balance. So first we will take the mass of these all solids through this spring balance. So we will write down or note down their masses. Now next is water displacement method, which I was discussing, that how do we calculate. Suppose I have taken the mass of the stone, which I have noted down. Now this volume is this, that this beaker is filled with certain amount of water and that level is been noted. And after noting down the level, we will we will place the stone into it. So definitely this stone has mass and as well as its volume. So it will occupy the space and then this water level will rise up. So this rise up water level gives you exact density which it occupies or what volume it occupies this stone. So this level minus this level will give you this raised level, that is displaced volume. That will be calculated and three times we will calculate the reading. First three times mass we will take, then three times their volume we will take. By this, the entire minus this, it will give you this displaced one. So after three readings we will take out the mean of them, that is W1 plus W3 divided by 3, that the mean mass and then the mean volume. Okay, now by placing it, that mass of the solid, which mass which we have calculated, then mean volume of the solid block. Mean volume means three, after taking three readings take out the mean, then the density is mass by volume. So here we calculate by placing mass divided by its mean volume, and it will give our density. So that will be our exact determination of density of a regular solid. So what we have done, children, here we have taken the mass of the particular any solid through spring balance, then we have placed it into water and through the water displacement method we have taken out the volume, and then in the density formula we have placed mass divided by volume and we have calculated the final density of that particular solid, and through this we have determined the density of the solid. I hope you have understood, children. In the next class I will give you answers and a few more interesting topics I will start, that is buoyancy. So I would suggest you that before this you just do it priorly and after this, so that it will be easier for you to understand the concept. And I will give you your question answers as well for this. So thank you, have a nice day, stay safe. Thank you.